Right, this rather old cassette is leaking a bit at the seals, so I'm going to replace them. Step one, oh, you can see it's leaked, look, there's water there. Let's get that out by turning the handle. There aren't one. Slide off the lid, clip off these covers, they sort of go off that away, like that, and that away. Now, this unit has a SOG, and we don't use chemicals in it, just a bit of washing liquid in, washing tablets. No, what they called capsules, bio washing powder. It seems to work better than the chemicals do, and you can use it in septic tanks without messing them up. Sometimes, frankly, it does smell. Usually it doesn't. We started using Lidl's bio laundry capsules, but frankly they smell too bad, and we didn't like them very much. I can't remember what sort we got at the moment. It's just a matter of what happens to be cheap at the time. So anyway, that's what was in here. So you undo these 8 screws. Now, interestingly, they seem to have slightly cropped heads. I not sure if that's deliberate, but they all do. They're lacking their little pointy stick ends. So you take those off, and then it just lifts out like that. And here's the seal. Looks all right on the top. Actually, it doesn't look that bad on the bottom. But I'm going to change it anyway. A new seal is one I prepared earlier. I prepared it by taking out the packet. Looks very similar. But at this point, it's worth saying it's a good idea to do this job in the toilet, because then, when you've wiped things out, and they are slightly less than clean, you can just chuck them down the loo, which is what I've done here. Now, this little lid here also wants a little wipe over. So, many people would wear rubber gloves for this job, but I'm one of those lucky people who've got waterproof, washable hands. So, wherever possible, unless it's something that's really ferociously chemically, I'd rather not have to work through the thickness of a pair of gloves. Of course, it does mean 2 things. One is you have to go and wash your hands, but because this is a toilet, it also has a wash basin for washing your hand in. And the other is you have to be very careful to wash the handles of your tools afterwards, otherwise they will be flanky. Anyway, so here we go. It's quite interesting that that seal looked to be in good order, but it was leaking. So I'm making a little bit of a better effort at cleaning it up. I'm going to sort of scrape any edge muck on here away. Yeah, there is a bit. I'm guessing you can see this in the camera. If not, I suppose this whole film's a waste of time. Never mind, eh? This lid, this thing, is the seal that pops up and seals the cassette when the flap is shut, you know, the toilet flap, and of course it also seals the cassette when you take it out and carry it to empty it. So it does actually matter that this makes a tolerably good seal with the thing it sits against. See that it sits up like that. Yeah, still not good enough. In the middle, it's less important. around the edges is where it seals. Absolutely no point in making it hygienically clean, but it needs to be a physically nice fit. Right, drop down the toilet. Now, here's the new seal. It has a narrow edge and a wide. The narrow goes down the hole. They tell you to use special Thetford seals lubricant, which is reassuringly expensive and not supplied with the seal, though they tell you you must have it, so that suggests to you that they're trying to make another sale. Lots of people recommend Vaseline instead. I don't. Vaseline is a petrochemical product which will do the rubber of the seal harm. Not just no good, but it will actually harm the rubber seal. WD-40, similarly, is a petroleum-based product that will damage the seal in the long term. It will make the rubber go hard and brittle, and that is the opposite of what you want. Now, this particular product I'm putting on here, it's sort of furniture polish that we made ourselves out of olive oil and natural beeswax. That's because we keep bees, so we've got lots of beeswax available. Well, not lots, but some. And it was the nearest sort of slimy thing that I've got that isn't going to damage the seals. You could probably find other suitable things, but you really don't want anything that's based on a hydrocarbon, such as Vaseline. Anyway, this is nice and squidgy all over, and you feel horrible, so I want everything's going to be sticky from now on. Open that up again. That sits in there, just a nice easy sit. You put the lid back on, and then screw the screws in. Now, as always, you start at opposite ends and work round, and when screwing into plastic, of course, you always unscrew backwards, and in the hope of feeling the screw thread fall into the groove in the plastic. Otherwise you'll end up, well, you very easily can end up with cutting a screw thread that's parallel to an existing screw thread, which is not going to work well in the longer term. Usually you can feel it going in, not always. I certainly feel that one going in. You can do it go plunk. I don't think it really matters that you work from diagonally opposite corners if you put the screws in, but it's never a bad idea to do things properly, and that's the way to do it. Now, this particular cassette only seemed to be leaking at this main seal. There are other seals. There's the seal under the air release valve here, that you press when emptying it so that it all goes splooch in one go, and there's a seal under this flap toning device, but frankly they weren't leaking. If it ain't, oh yeah, there's one here, but that's not the story. If it ain't broke, it's not a wise move to fix it. So that slides in like that, that's good, and then these little clippy things go in. I have no idea what the yellow arrow signifies, but there it is. There we are, sorted. This would be the pressure release valve, but because this unit has the motorhome has a SOG unit on it, that's replaced by the bracket for the SOG unit and the piece of rather manky string to stop you losing the lid while you're using the toilet. And that's it. Now I have to wash my hands before I stop the film.